Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my winners and losers of the NBA trade deadline. So I'm going to be giving you guys 3 of my most underrated trades that happened at or before the trading deadline. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And let's get into it. So as many of you guys know, the NBA trade deadline was a couple of days ago. And I just wanted to hop on here and give you my opinion on a couple of my most underrated trades that will benefit both teams. If you enjoy it, consider subscribing. Thanks. And the first most underrated trade is the Blazers-Raptors deal that had Norman Powell sent to the Blazers in exchange for Rodney Hood and Gary Trent Jr. You know, at first glance, you might think that the Raptors got the better end of the deal since they got younger, and they also get almost good of a shooter. But as you go deeper, you start to realize that the Blazers improved on defense, finishing, and even shooting with Norman Powell. They do miss out on some size where Norm is 6'4" and Trent is 6'5", but they also get an all-around better player with significantly more playoff experience, and even championship experience at that. And then from the Raptors side, they cash in on Norman Powell's excellent play this season and his expiring contract by getting a young player in Gary Trent Jr. and an expiring contract that is Rodney Hood. Trent's only 22 and has a lot of room to grow. He averaged 15 points a game this season on respectable efficiency, and the idea of a Trent Jr. and Van Vliet backcourt honestly excites me. The combination of creation, shooting, and most of all defense is very promising for them. Norman Powell dropped 22 points on a win against the Magic, whereas Trent in his debut went 0 for 5 from deep in a loss against the Suns the other night. Now next I want to talk about the PJ Tucker to Milwaukee move. Now this is an incredibly underrated move. The Bucks get off a bad contract in DJ Augustin, who has just been not good this season at all, and they get back a gritty 3-and-D player from the Rockets, who's in a bit of a slump, but gives in a more solid body to put on guys in the playoffs in close games. He's got loads of playoff experience and is also on an expiring deal, so it's low risk. You know, if he doesn't want to play anymore or the Bucks don't want to bring him back, they don't need to. This is a genius, low risk, high reward type of move for the Bucks at this point with their season. And they're still my pick for winning the East regardless of the Nets signings. Just picture this defensive lineup at the end of games. Drew Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and then PJ Tucker. You cannot score on that lineup. They have perimeter defense and they have paint defense from every position. To beat the Nets, all you got to do is stop them from scoring, and this lineup will do just that. Enough said. Now lastly, I don't think the Nuggets moves are getting enough praise from mainstream media. They acquired Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee for Gary Harris, Isaiah Hartenstein, and RJ Hampton basically. They also traded a first-round pick in like 2027 to get Gordon. Gordon gives the Nuggets exactly what they want. Draymond Green light. He can guard 1 through 5 with his size and athleticism and fills a hole in their starting lineup at the 4 where Paul Millsap can come off the bench now. I can't even tell you how much I look forward to seeing Jokic throw lobs at one of the best dunkers in the league. He can shoot well enough too, which allows Denver to play 5 out and will make it incredibly difficult to defend against this team. Now the only downside to this move is they lose out on a perimeter defender in Gary Harris, who is crucial to what they wanted to do in that part of the game, and now they really don't have an elite defender like that. But all in all, their team defense probably improved, and so did their athleticism. JaVale McGee fills a void at a backup center for the team, and I don't think they gave up too much for these two guys. I'd love to see a Portland-Denver first-round matchup. And that's all, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.